When deciding what topic to do for my scenario, I was told to think about what interests me and what could keep my interests. I knew one thing I always wanted to learn about was psychology and why we do the things we do. So I picked psychology as my scenario. Then I narrowed it down to mindset, goal setting, happiness, and even confidence. When I first started my research, before I even got to have my interview, I didn't know much about mindset, or what it was, or how it affected you as a person. I came into this research with a few goals in mind. Learn how can mindset affect your personality, how can it affect the way you see people, the way people see you, and how can you change your mindset. But most of my research was formed around the assumption that mindset is often made by beliefs. What I mean by that is if you truly believe you'll get an A on your test, you will naturally study more and force yourself to prepare better for the test without even thinking about it, rather than not believing in yourself, causing you to not study because your mindset is already telling you that you won't succeed no matter what. Another thing I learned is a couple things about happiness. I learned that it is subjective, meaning it is based around past experiences, lifestyle, personality, and again can even relate to your beliefs. Everyone's version of happiness is different. Some people just want to travel and try new things, while others stay relaxed with a calm lifestyle. We are all different, but you can always tell if someone's happy based on their quote-unquote enjoying their pains. What I mean by this is that everyone goes through rough patches and we all have our own problems, but when you enjoy your pains, you can laugh through them knowing that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and a little challenge or issue won't set you back. These people often know what life is about: risk, priorities, and sacrifice. They use this to ensure that they are, quote-unquote, enjoying their pains. Happiness isn't luck. It doesn't depend on your family or your money. It depends on what things you can control, like your friends and your work. Winning the lottery is great, but a person who wins their lottery won't be as happy as a person who is working really hard and earning their money, because that person will feel accomplished, while the person winning the lottery is just going to feel guilty, knowing that the money they have is just there by luck and not through work and perseverance. Like I said earlier, you choose your happiness. You make those choices and choose to become happy, or you can live with what you've got and just go through the emotions of life. Which leads me to the fact that you can't control other people and things beyond yourself. Focus on the problems that you can make an impact on. Don't stress over the ones out of your control. You shouldn't need to overthink your problems that are just in your head, because most problems really are just in your head. So don't let them get to you. For example, if you are worried about an upcoming event that is stressing you out, either do something to change what's going to happen, or just let nature run its course, because it's most likely out of your control. You have to realize that the stress isn't worth going through, because sometimes what's going to happen is going to happen no matter what. My next topic is setting goals. Setting a measurable goal can help give a realistic outcome so that your standards aren't too high and not too low. A low standard can cause you to not reach your full potential, but a high standard can cause someone to get sad and depressed because they think they'll never reach their goals, but in reality, they're just set too high. Goals can also show progress. Without goals, you may forget where you started, causing you to see yourself as someone staying in the same place and not growing, which will end up with underconfidence. This is a good lead into my next topic of confidence. Underconfidence is caused by genes, culture, backgrounds, parenting, anxiety, experiences, trauma, and even more. People with not enough confidence often spend too much time over worrying and overthinking. They can't reach their full potential, stop sharing ideas and expressing themselves, and have a hard time communicating, all of which lead to depression. Too much confidence is caused by family, culture, personality, perception, interception, a lot of the same things as underconfidence, just a few differences. This can cause missed opportunity, talking too much, hard friendships, and people overall just might not like you because you act arrogant. It can also cause you to underprepare for things, leading you to do bad in them. Overconfidence can lead to underconfidence because you don't do good in things, so you will disappoint yourself, and people might see you as an arrogant person, causing them to judge you. And if you let them get to you and you let those things get to you, everybody will end up underconfident. The right amount of confidence is very helpful with goal achievement. In reality, overconfidence isn't the problem itself. The problem is that it would most likely lead to you being non-appreciative, arrogant, and often have a hard clash with reality. One big thing I learned from my interview was a growth versus fixed mindset. A person with a growth mindset is open to all ideas and can accept when they are wrong. They see the world as something that can change. A person with a fixed mindset will approach a situation with only one solution and refuse to change their mind or try new things. A few specifics I learned about mindset are that depression isn't even affected by your mindset. You have to know what you can control and know your personality to decide what makes you happy. I learned that what a cognition mindset is, which is where in your mindset, you know how much control you have over the situation and work harder if you believe you have more control. In other words, perceived control. I learned that you can measure a mindset. You can't measure a mindset. Mindset can change based on a situation. For most people, it is always changing. Psychology disorders make changing your mindset very hard. You again just have to remember to focus on what you can control. Another thing I learned during the interview is that mindset can change your personality, because how you see yourself often causes you to act that way, causing others to see you that way. One interesting fact I learned is that many psychologists believe different things about psychology. Psychology doesn't just have one answer to every individual problem. There's many factors playing a role to finding the correct mindset and finding the correct answer for how to change your mindset, fix your mindset, and just psychology in general. For example, the person who is trying to change their mindset or figure it out. A lot of things for confidence from my interview I also learned from my research, so they were already mentioned. But a few unique facts are that anxiety keeps you on your toes, and it actually ensures that you are prepared. With underconfidence, you often have to fake it till you make it. The high majority of people are underconfident no matter how hard they try to hide it. The quote-unquote right amount of confidence is enough to believe in yourself and others, but not so much that you think you are better than other people. You need a good balance of anxiety and confidence to be, quote-unquote, again, the right amount of confidence and have the right amount of anxiety. You need to find a good balance. If you fake it till you make it, you can actually often start believing it, causing you to act that way, and you believe it, and so do others. A big thanks to these sources. Here's the first part, and here's the second part. Also, thanks to Miss Chris. She's the one I interviewed. Thank you for her help. The end. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned a couple of things about psychology.